Jack, was it enjoyable or frustrating watching the game of the weekend, or a combination of the two?
Yeah, probably the combination of the two. Obviously, more enjoyable than anything. Obviously, with the end result, but obviously, yeah, frustrating for myself. Obviously, with what happened, but like you say, it's just stuff happens in football, so you can't dwell on it for too long, and you've just got to move on from it and have a good week on the training pitch. And I felt like we did that, and we got the result we wanted in the end.
Well, before we crack on there, let's just dwell for a brief second on what happened at Plymouth. Did you feel it was harsh on you over the two? Because that was kind of the thought from the press box.
Um, Obviously, I don't like to comment on it much. Obviously, people have seen it. Everyone's got their own views, so I think you can understand what I think about it by saying I'm frustrated, but yeah, nothing really much more than that. But it's just, like I say, it's one of them things, it's football, so things happen, don't they?
And I imagine the handball law as a player can be incredibly tough to take at times, because it didn't appear that you could have done too much in terms of the shot and trying to get your arm further out of the way.
Yeah, that's it, really. Like I say, it's just more of the inconsistency, really. So it's just, like I say, obviously frustrating for myself, and obviously we ended up getting the result we wanted again against Plymouth. So obviously it didn't really influence the game that much, but for myself, frustrating. But yeah, it's just, like you say, it's just one of them things, really.
The team's shown incredible character, hasn't it, over the last couple of games with what's been thrown at it. That's got to be a good sign of something to come.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, like you say, obviously the first game of the season of going down to 10 men and the lads putting in a massive shift. Some shows the fitness. Obviously, lads putting sprints and working hard still in the 90th minute when we're down to 10 men, and then going on and getting the extra goal. And then the same against Saturday here at Oakwell, obviously 2-0 down at half time, and then coming back, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, but it took us till the 90th minute. We showed the desire and everything like that, and obviously it did just put it in the back of the net, and it's a good 3 points at the end. So yeah, it was good work rate, good desire, and good togetherness really from the team to fight back and get the 3 points.
Clearly, for a variety of reasons, there's been changes across the back line already. Will it take a bit of time, do you feel, to get that defensive unit up and running properly with the new players coming in and those changes?
Yeah, obviously we've been doing a lot of work on pre-season, and with the gaffer and Keezy and stuff, obviously on the defensive unit, and he's always talking to us about it. So that's it, really. It's just getting that solidarity together and being as one, really, and keeping clean sheets. Obviously, we've proved that we can score goals, especially this season, scoring 6 goals in 2 games. So it's just about us being solid at the back, and if we get a good foundation from the back, then I think we'll do well and win a lot of games this season.
And clearly, the roles changed a bit in terms of the central defenders this year. I know you were obviously at Bradford last year, as we've talked about before. There seems to be a real importance on that relationship with the deeper line midfielders, and also that ability to maybe play those diagonals and look to hit some space. Are these all kind of aspects to it that you're really looking forward to this season?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we've got a game plan, and we've got us set up and how we want to play, and we know where everyone should be in the shape and defensive shape and when we're attacking. So that's it, really, just knowing your own job, knowing each other's jobs, knowing where everyone should be, and that's it, just understanding each other's games, and the stuff will work out for itself.
Have you got a more important role now that Mark Roberts is out for the next few months? Do you feel like you're going to have to step up in a way and fill his sizable shoes?
Obviously it's a tough one. Obviously, Robbo being injured, obviously it'll be a big miss, but it's the same for everyone. Just as a defensive unit, he's still there in spirit. Obviously, talking to us all, and like he was Saturday, and being there with the lads and everything. So obviously, it's just about us as a defensive unit. No matter who's injured, who's playing, who's on the bench, it's just about being together, staying together, and that's it. And just building a foundation for each other, no matter who you're playing with or against. Any defensive play, you've got that relationship together and to put on a good performance.
Been a fantastic start though, hasn't it? And you could see at the weekend already that the excitement, the Gaffers chant that kept ringing around the stadium. There does seem to be a real buzz at the start of the season around Barnsley, doesn't there?
Yeah, exactly like you say. There's a good feel about the place. Obviously, we've got a good feeling as players, and like you say, when you get 6 points from the first 2 games, you can't be any happier, really. So you just got to keep the momentum going. Obviously, we've got the cup game Wednesday, and then Bolton on Saturday. So that's it. Just ticking the games off, going one by one, not thinking too far ahead, and just keep doing what we're doing as we've had a good start so far.
And you mentioned momentum there. I mean, the gaffer was quite strong in terms of trying to keep that going. He knows that there will be some changes, but opportunities will be there. It is important, isn't it? When you get on a run, the longer you can keep it going, it starts to really build that confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Like I say, it's all about momentum. Obviously, it's a massive thing in football. When you're winning games, you've got the confidence, especially for your attacking players. That's what you want. You want because they're the ones that win you the games at the end of the day. So as long as the team's got confidence, which we have got at the minute, like you say, just keep going game after game and hopefully keep just ticking them off, and that's what we plan to do.
You had an interesting first round tie for Bradford last season. I was reading up last night that went to penalties and ended up 9-8 in the end. You took one and scored. What was that game like to be involved with?
Yeah, obviously it was a good game. Obviously at the start of the season, last season I had to bide my time. So a cup game was a chance for me to play in last season, and it was a good experience for myself. Obviously, we didn't get the win in the end, but yeah, it's just any time I step out onto the pitch, I use it as a learning experience and try and develop myself from it.
Are you prepared to step up and take a spot kick this time if they're needed this week?
Yeah, obviously that's if you need it. Obviously, I don't think I'd be in the top five, but yeah, if you need it, I think I'll always be there. I'd never shy away from the opportunity.
Do you like scoring goals? I know for central defenders, there's always a bit of emphasis on maybe headers and set pieces and everything else, but do you get as much of a buzz out of that as a clean sheet?
Obviously, I enjoy a clean sheet more. That's my job at the end of the day to stop other teams from scoring. But yeah, that's something I want to add to my game, especially this season. Obviously, getting more goals. I had a few last year, but it's same again. I want to build on myself and make myself a better person and better player. So that the aim is to try and score more goals. Obviously, on paper, I've got the height to do that and be a threat from set pieces. So it's about turning that into stats really, and hopefully getting a few more goals this season.
What's the best goal you've ever scored?
I'd probably have to say that Gillingham one against Gillingham last year at home. Yeah, the volley. I'd probably have to say that one.
Yeah, a few more of them won't go amiss this season.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, I prefer him with the head, but if I have to score a volley, I'll take it.
Good man. Great to speak to you, Jack. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
Hi. Um, on your sort of like growth over the last couple of years since being at Barnsley, do you think it's much easier for you to bounce back from something like getting sent off on the first game of the season in a very controversial circumstance than there would have been when you first turned pro?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, like you say, they've got these good people in and around the club, so there's a lot of people to talk to about the situation and can help you out, and it's just all about sort of putting it behind you in a way, like remembering it, but obviously using it to just build yourself. It was just, you take it as not being upset about it, but as an opportunity. I've got a week now to make myself a better player than what I was when I got sent off last week. So that's what I've took it as. And then we're all ready to go on Wednesday and then be ready to go on Saturday again.
Definitely. Obviously, the manager just talked about wants to get a bit tighter defensively, but maybe the first two games you've conceded more goals than you'd like, but you obviously did a lot of work in the summer, and you just believe in that and trust it and just keep going, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. Obviously, I say we've done a lot of work in the off season on it, and we're still continuing to do work on it. There's always room for improvement in every aspect of everyone's game and not the team's game. So obviously, it's something we look to improve on as defenders, and like I say, something that we're working on every day in training and on and off the pitch. So yeah, we'll keep working on that.
I know you say you take it one game at a time, but obviously long-term goal, you got promotion last season. Is that sort of in the back of your head to go for it again this time?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, you have your long-term goals, but at the end of the day, for myself, as I always do, I don't like to think too far ahead, really. I like to just be in the here and now, and then you're more concentrating on yourself. Then if you're thinking too far ahead, you might start getting distracted on what's happening right now in this current situation. So yeah, obviously you have your long-term goals, and that is one for us, definitely. But for myself, I just like to take it game by game and improve from there.
Fleetwood as opponents, you must have played against them last season for Bradford, and obviously you probably know that they made a good start, and decent League Two team is a decent opponent.
Yeah, definitely. I think any team's a good opponent. Obviously, it's a good test for ourselves. Obviously, at Oakwell again, so it'll be good to play at home again before game on Saturday. But like I say, any game is a good game, and it's one that we'll look to go into and win.
And hoping for a good cup run. I imagine you were watching a little bit last season when they played at Old Trafford, and obviously not here, and hoping for something similar this time, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, that's what it's all about. Obviously, the good away days like that and playing the bigger teams. So, like I say, we go into every game looking to win and put 110% into. That's what we'll be doing on Wednesday.
Thanks, Jack. Cheers.
Thank you.
Morning, Jack. How are you?
I'm good, thanks to you.
Good, good. After obviously last season was such a good season for you. This season, stepping up a level, different formation, different style of play, I suppose, different mindset as a centre back. How big a change has coming back been for you, and how much have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Obviously, coming back, there's obviously new faces in and around the club, but yeah, there's a lot of, like I said earlier, there's a lot of good faces and good people to learn off in and around the club. Obviously, there's the gaffer, then Keezy and the experienced lads that are still playing. Obviously, Dids is here and Robbo and players like that. So there's a lot of people to learn stuff off. So for myself, I've just got to sort of be like a sponge and just soak up as much information as I can from all these players, because obviously they've all been there and done it. So try and learn as much as I can from the time frame that I've got with them at the club.
And the way you've been asked to play, I say, it feels like there's a bit more emphasis when you're on the ball. Obviously, going from the 3 to a 2. Does it feel quite different this season to at Bradford?
Not particularly. Obviously, these every team plays differently, but we all know how we want to play. We all know how we need to play. The Gaffer's emphasised on that this season, and we all know how we should be in each game. So that's it. We go in detail before every game how we need to play in our game plan. So it's just all about the lads taking on that information and doing it on the pitch.
And the gaffer, when he was in earlier, told us you'd be playing on Wednesday. How important after the first couple of weeks is it for you to just get into a rhythm of playing games now?
Yeah, that's it. Obviously, that's a massive thing we was on about earlier, like momentum and getting that run of games for myself. Really, obviously, it's what you get your confidence from, and it's where you grow as a player. Really, getting that run of games, getting the experience, and that's what I want this season. So yeah, it'll be a big game for me on Wednesday, and hopefully I can put on a good performance and show that I deserve to play on Saturday.
When did he tell you you'd be involved on Wednesday?
There was no particular conversation that I'd be playing, and I never expect to be playing. So I just put myself in the mindset, if I'm fit and available, that I'll be playing every game, and that's just the way I go about games.
Yeah. I say, having been suspended on Saturday, it's obviously it was obviously going to be a big opportunity for you if you could get into the team. So I guess it's about just being in the right mindset and being ready to go, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Obviously, no matter if you're playing or not, if you put yourself in your mindset that you are, that no matter what the situation is, you'll always be ready to play. So that's what I always do, just prepare right for every single game, and that's what everyone will be doing for the team, and hopefully we can put on a good performance and get through to the next round.
And you mentioned Old Trafford there to Dope. Be honest, were you a bit jealous when the lads went there?
Yeah, obviously it's a huge experience. It's a memory that will stay with you forever. So yeah, hopefully we can do the same again this year.
Excellent. Thanks a lot.
Cheers. Thank you.